subscribe. Yeah. You gonna? Okay. All right. What's up, guys? Expel here, and today we find ourselves in a little bit of a predicament. All right, this is a weird thing to be doing, and something that I didn't think would ever happen to me, but we're gonna have to do it because I'm apparently a Warzone god. That's not true. I'm not. Look, all right, so here's the deal. I sent my gameplay to a good friend of mine, Savage_2C, or as I like to call him, that loser that I play with sometimes. It's also bald. Wow. But I sent him my gameplay. He analyzed it and he posted it as a YouTube video. So today we're going to be doing what good YouTubers and what good high caliber content creators do. We're going to just react to it. We're going to react. I'm going to react to him reacting to me. Yeah, so he broke down my gameplay, and if you guys want to check him out, it'd be greatly appreciated. You go check him out. I'm going to have him in the first link in the description. Go check the man out. He's beautiful. He's bald. And God, if I haven't wanted to slap his... Anyway, also, if you enjoyed the video, drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. You can also follow me over on twitch.tv/iamexpel. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, going until 2, which is when my videos go live on YouTube. You can also maybe join my Discord. It's a great way to find some friends to play with. Discord.gg/expel. It's going to be the in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment. And maybe also do that thing where you follow me over on Twitter. We're over 4,000. Oh, okay, we're not. We're almost. Just follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/iamexpel. Regardless, let's hop into things and let's react to this thing. Yes. Hey man, can we look? Hey man, look, I'm bald, he's bald, but like, look at his head. It is beautiful. Savage, I just want to say you're a gorgeous man. All right, let's
in order to come out with a win, and how he uses his movement to his advantage in the middle of a gunfight. If you guys have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to Savage.
Also, leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes for my dude Expel. Here we are spectating again my dude Expel, and he is dropping into his favorite spot in the entire match.
It is.
But if you guys have watched him, you know he goes here 9 times out of 10. Actually, more like 10 out of 10 times.
Okay, so I've watched about 2 minutes of this gameplay so far. I sent it to Savage after getting it. I couldn't really use it because it wasn't like a big deal for me to like have this. There was no reason for me to, you know, use it, but Savage had been asking me for a gameplay for like a month. So I was like, all right, well, I'll finally give it to you. So here, use it. So he's gonna break down all my stuff, and I just wanna see if he's on par with what I'm thinking. I think that'll be really cool.
But it's a good spot, especially in solos, because as you can see, there are players everywhere. You guys don't have
so many people.
Hold up 1 second. All right, I want to go ahead and break that out. But first, you guys don't have to land Superstore to get a lot of kills. You guys don't have to land Hospital to get a lot of kills.
So true.
You guys can land at other compounds in order to come out with a lot of kills, and this is exactly what he does, and this is why he prefers this spot. Multiple reasons why this spot is a preference of his, and I know from playing with him, there's buy stations everywhere. If there's not a buy station here, which there happens to be, but if there's not a buy station in this area, it's usually across the street by the hill, or usually over here by Titties, or even over by train station. And again, it's just such a great rotation spot.
Savage, look, I gotta say, Savage is so freaking smart. He is one of the brightest guys that I know, and he is so good at making content that is tips for you guys. I gotta stress this again. Please go show just go show this man some love. I'm begging you. It is so good.
But absolutely, let's rewind this a little bit because I was running my mouth. I want you guys to notice what he does in this gunfight, and it's just simple things like this that can really change the entire momentum of the match and how you play this game.
So I haven't really talked to Savage about this. I asked if he would mind if I reacted to his reaction, and he said, yeah, sure, no problem. The video's actually crushing it on his channel right now. He sent me a picture. It's at 12,000 views, the best out of his last 10, which is super great. But he is all right, let's keep going.
So as you see right here, he's shooting at an enemy, and the enemy is running right. Expel predicts that he's gonna run right, and instead of chasing him around the corner and just getting into this ring around the rosy thing, which
I don't realize I do this,
fall into, he predicts the movement of him coming out. He stays right here, that way he can watch the left side and the right side, and then when the guy crosses the right side, he gets the quick snap and gets the kill. Again, that may seem minute to a lot of you guys who are
this is where I stopped watching.
Like that. But again, remember, most of the people watching these videos are newer to the game, and little things like that can literally change the entire fight. Expel used the corners to his advantage. He had line of sight on both entrances and exits.
I don't know how to like react to Savage talking, because he's just like me. He talks so much, but everything that he says is genius. It like, he is such a smart person. And like, if you go look at him, he look like a big buff guy that's gonna come whip your ass. But in reality, he's a big buff guy that's also he's also very smart too. Okay, he's gonna also whip your tail in, but yeah.
So the guy really couldn't go anywhere without being shot. All right, here we are going for the search objectives, and again, guys, searches are the best way to get money right off the rip. It's the fastest way to get money right off the rip.
I would like to say, if there were most wanted bounties, or yeah, the most wanted bounties where you pick it up and it's on you to, like, you know, keep yourself covered. If they had that in solos, I'd probably do it, because it takes 3 minutes, and in that amount of time, the 3 minutes, I can probably find, you know, some good scavenger stuff like that. But it's only for like those top tier players that are really good at the game. But other than that, I usually go for a scavenger. Even now, I might find myself doing a recon, depending on how I'm playing. If I'm playing for kills versus wins, this is obviously kills because I'm going for scavenger. But if I was going for a win, I'd go for recons.
It's definitely recommended. Granted, Superstore hot drops, that's an exception to the rule. But if you're landing anywhere else on the map, you definitely want to go for the search objectives if you're trying to get a loadout right off the jump. A lot of people like running the free loadouts, and that's fine. But again, if you wait around for the free loadout, you're missing out on a lot of kills early game. But I will tell you, my highest kill games have come from mid to end gameplay. You don't have to get all of the kills in the beginning. You can legitimately get 1 or 2 kills in the beginning and still drop a 20 kill at the end. It's all just based on how you want to play the game. All right, so now that we have the contract complete, one thing you could do at this point is go for flag objectives. Again, I firmly believe since the game came out that flags are the best way to
what I was just saying.
Consistently.
100% true. 100% true.
That you do run the risk of not getting as many kills. So if you guys are going after 20 and 30 bombs, I don't really recommend flags. I've dropped some 20 kill games doing flag objectives, but it's not really that often. You just kind of,
I find that whenever you do flag objectives, it takes you away from trying to fight people. As soon as you see what the next circle is, you find yourself just immediately going to that circle, which what ends up happening is you're only going to find the other people that are also doing the same things. You're only going to see like 5 or 6 people who are going to end up fighting each other. And that's the reason that I don't often do it, is because I feel it's on me to get to the next circle and prepare for the victory rather than go for the kills. Also, I do have stopping power in my VLK. The reason why is because it makes it a one-shot kill.
Kind of have to play the luck of the draw of whether enemies happen to be rotating your direction or not. I'm not really sure what he heard. Apparently, Expel has the hearing of a hawk, but he does believe there's an enemy here, and not only does the heartbeat confirm it, but of course the armor satchel that was right next to him also confirmed it as well.
Armor box, yeah.
Okay.
I know I just said it makes it a one shot. I shot him in the legs and I didn't aim down sight. You have to aim down sight with the VLK. That's the reason I said that.
Look how powerful the one-punch shotgun is. I told you guys this a few days ago.
It's disgusting.
Once this update came out, the one-punch shotgun is destructive. It is a ground loot weapon, and as you can see, it's very similar to the MOG.
Stupid good.
Blackout. If you guys played Blackout, you know how interesting and awesome the MOG was.
Now, while he's talking here, he didn't call out something that I did. On the I can't. Okay, so on the left-hand side, just a second ago, we'll skip back about 5 seconds. Let me see if I saw it right here. No. Okay, right here.
The one-punch shotgun is
so if you watch right here, I saw a person right here off in the distance. They were flying in. So the big thing for me is you have to keep in mind where every single player is.
Ground loot weapon, and as you can see, it's very similar to the MOG in Blackout. If you guys played Blackout, you know how interesting and awesome the MOG was.
Blackout was wild.
It's kind of like that. You can kind of whip it the same way. All right, but
one thing he didn't call out was the reason that I threw the loadout this direction. I threw it this direction because I knew somebody was over there. I didn't want them actually pushing to try and attack me in this situation. So I threw it over here where I knew it would be behind the boxes and I could slide over and get behind it. Now, another thing you can do is throw it directly behind the vehicle that was sitting there, but I was worried that I would end up getting shot from the buildings adjacent.
We got our AMAX and the MP5. We noticed there's a guy running right here. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Same guy I was talking about.
If you didn't, but there's a guy running on top of the building. Expel is the right place at the right time. We now know there's an enemy in front of us, and he just picked up the search objective as well. Guys, this goes to paying attention to your minimap. If you're in an area,
I didn't even realize.
Always remember where objectives are at, whether you get them or not. That way, if you notice that one disappears relatively near you, that's a dead giveaway where an enemy's at. So not only
I literally didn't realize this whenever it happened. So good on Savage for noticing stuff like that. That's very smart of him. I notice it like I would say about 70 to 80% of the time.
Can you buy a UAV to detect enemy? Not only can you use heartbeats to detect an enemy, not only can you get bounties to find enemies, but if you pay attention to the objectives on the map, it's a clear giveaway as well.
Very true. Very true. Very smart.
So he spots the enemy and he doesn't shoot at him right away. A lot of players in this position would just go ahead and start shooting because they saw movement. You want to plan your fight out. You don't want to shoot him right here, mostly because, well, one, as you saw, he went from one spot.
If it was Raw or Pipe, you would have seen them immediately shoot because they're so thirsty for kills. That's what separates me from them, is because I can't tell you the number of times, Raw, I love you, Pipe, I love you, but the number of times that I start pushing into a gunfight and they will just immediately start shooting instead of waiting to get better position.
Spots another real quick, and there's a lot of cover here. The last thing you want to do is give away your position to the enemy. That way the enemy has time to rotate, to out-rotate you, get on the high ground, and have a better position than you have. So Expel
Savage is on the same wavelength.
Engaged in the fight. And it ends up working in his favor really well.
Yep. Wallbang. AMAX is nasty.
Right above you. Again, the enemies are gonna end up running at you whenever you get in a gunfight. So you want to always be prepared to, when you finish a gunfight, get ready for another.
The reason that I didn't immediately like aim at him is because I literally didn't see him. I was looking at the other side of the screen at the time.
The guy to be coming to you, because a lot of people, again, there's so many ways to find enemies. Sound is one of them. Whether you have suppressed gun or not, people will chase down the audio. So always prepare to get another fight right after you finish one. All right, here we are.
Now, I would like to point out, I doubt Savage is going to touch on this. The reason that I'm not running a monolithic suppressor on the AMAX is because I was trying out some different attachments. This was a test game, and I wanted to see whether or not that I was going to, you know, be able to use certain attachments on the gun, because I'd noticed some of the people I played with in the past actually ended up using the AMAX without a monolithic suppressor, and I was wondering why. And the reason why is because if you use, I want to say like a muzzle brake, it'll actually stabilize your weapon a little bit more and allow you to stay on target a little bit better.
He went and bought a UAV, and he's going to chase down another enemy who just happens to be the compound that the last dude we killed was at.
Gotta push, baby. Gotta push. You gotta go for every kill that you can. That's how I play, baby.
Another Billy Joe Becky sitting on a rooftop, camping
Billy Joe Becky.
Like it's no one's business. Again, guys, try to get out of the habit of camping. I know a lot of people have the fear of dying in this game, but again, it's a video game. You're gonna be fine.
Wait, I forgot about this. I forgot about this, bro. I completely forgot about this, dude.
This man has put himself in timeout. This man said, I've been bad. How is Expel going to kill this man? I'm thinking a shot to the head, maybe an execution. I'm feeling an execution. Maybe stick him with a...
Oh, no.
Thermite. Shot to the head. That's very classy of you, Expel. Good, bro. He could have teabagged him. He could have hit him with the execution. But you know what? He let the man have an honorable death.
Hey, man.
I love it.
What you want me to say, dude? It's just, it happens every once in a while. I thought he was gonna come back. I shot him once and I was like, all right, I guess. I see this guy up here. Look, the shots aren't hitting as heavy as I'd like.
Down off the roof. So I like pushing the building, but just be aware of the enemy he was shooting at. A lot of players will get in this mindset to just tunnel vision on the enemy and not worry about what the enemy.
Okay, Savage is right. Tunnel vision. I tunnel visioned right here 100%. But also, I had seen on the UAV prior where everybody was at, so I knew this guy was the guy that was on the UAV. I started pushing over, and whenever I pushed up, he didn't show up on the heartbeat. So whenever he wasn't showing up on the heartbeat, I was like, well, all right, I guess I better go ahead and push in and see if he's here.
He happened to be doing.
He wasn't. He ran away.
Pushed him, right? So the last thing you want to do is get yourself pinched. The guy's probably laying prone, watching the doorway, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's where Savage didn't realize.
Wait. Who killed your boy? I didn't hear a gunshot. I didn't hear suppression. I didn't hear anything.
I don't think that was him.
Crack on the guy. We got shots on the enemy, and we come up here, and he's dead. No sound. No.
Yeah, I started looking around. So I had no idea what happened. All right, let's push this building.
This mini map right here.
Yes.
You're surrounded by high ground, so he's got to be very careful. Holy.
Bad positioning.
Got to be very careful. You got to be very careful sitting on a rooftop where a player just died. Because you're probably going to be shot as well. Now,
I think this was the player.
Again, I don't understand players' mindset. The last thing you want to do as a player is put yourself in these cubbies. If you're going to loot, that's fine. But if you're going to throw a loadout drop down, the last thing you want to do is go here and just to wait. Because if an enemy does push you because he's going to see the red smoke, you're allowing the enemy to outposition you right off the bat.
Absolutely.
So of course you're gonna lose a fight.
You can't sit in there.
I hardly see people sitting in here and winning gunfights. If for whatever reason you want to stay safe, grab the loadout drop, run inside of police station, and drop it on the floor. That way it lands on the rooftop and you can safely get it. I say
through
safely,
the floor, by the way,
around you, but you have a better shot at outplaying enemies than putting yourself in a cubby like this.
Yeah, I would have lost that gunfight if he threw it inside.
The main thing to look at is if you're in this position, if you're in the position of the enemy, what would you do right now? What would you do? He threw thermite in there, so
I would have died.
Forced to get from
That's what I would have done.
You have access to the rooftop. Holy shit! I hardly see people sitting in here and winning gunfights.
Hey man, did you see how I died though? Can we go back right here?
Only do that if you have access to the rooftop.
Did you see how he jumped out and flicked straight to me?
You have access to the rooftop. Holy shit! I hardly see people sitting in here and winning. Yo, your dude's cracked. Oh no.
I didn't know what to do. So his name is I'm on 200 ping, bro. And if I had to take a guess, the reason that he killed me was because the delay. So how ping works in games is all the bullets will end up hitting at the exact same time. So if he shoots some shots at me on my screen, it'll look like he's not paying attention, but on his screen, he shot the shots 2 seconds ago and they all catch up at the exact same time.
And you know, this first circle's about to collapse, right? You got a timer down, important. 30 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever it may be. Just hold your position in the air, float around high, hold your parachute high up. I always tell you guys, don't hold your parachute. That's if you're low to the ground. If you're this high up, ain't nobody's shooting you unless they're actually cheating. Nobody's gonna be shooting you up the air. So just hold your parachute high up and wait for the free loadout drop to come down. That way you can get a loadout.
It's the only thing you can do. And it comes at like 14 seconds.
Our free loadout drop. Now, this is a pretty sketch area for a loadout drop to go. You have your compound 1 right here. It has line of sight of an open field. You have compound B with the blue rooftop.
I'm a hard.
With the line of sight of an open field. And then you have
that's what he's getting at
as well. This is by no stretch of the imagination a no-go. This is definitely a spot you want to go to. But just be prepared. If you land in an open area like this for a loadout drop that has compounds surrounding it, you're probably going to have to get in a fight.
Yeah, there was also three of them there.
Here, so get your guns and get them fast, dude.
It was terrifying.
Think about what you want. Expel. Don't sit there and think about what you want, bro.
I was talking to my chat at the time, and I was like, "What do I get, chat? What do I get?"
We need plates. We need money, and we need some kills. We only got 6 kills. I say only.
So the reason that I sat there and talked is because whenever I'm streaming, I don't really care about whether or not I win. I'm not expecting to get a gameplay or anything like that. It's just me, you know, communicating with my chat, communicating with people that support me and stuff like that. So I'm like, hey, chat, AMAX isn't working. What do I want to get? And they're like, you know, R700, Car 98K, your regular class, stuff like that. So that's the reason that I did that. For anybody wondering,
6 kills,
yes, it was
48
stupid.
Enemies left.
I agree. It was a nice little jump.
Vehicle that stopped and he blew it up for whatever reason. That's weird. All right, he got the shot.
Cracked.
Instantly
Easy.
Switches to his weapon. This is drastic right here, guys.
I love
when you get a sniper shot and you break their armor, you have to always switch to your secondary and try to get a couple more bullets on him.
It's not fast enough.
That could kill him, right? Sniper.
Yeah, so I cracked his armor. It's not fast enough to wait for that to cock back. So it's faster because I have amp to switch to the other weapon. So that's why
they're really powerful. And a lot of times you'll break their armor, but you won't get the downs. So you have the advantage. And you have the enemy camping in a corner. You gotta
I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what you want me to say, bro.
As we were running
sometimes they do that.
Shooting at us, so you gotta be ready for that. And here is little Becky Joe.
Disgusting shots, by the way.
A tracer come out of his gun, and he got shot 300 times.
This is what I'm talking about. Ping. You have to know the map. This is the reason that I played this. This one is different from the others.
I don't understand that at all. Again, I'm not one
to accuse people
of hacking, but here's the thought process.
Know where I'm at.
1, again, he didn't miss a single shot. 2, not only did he hit every shot, which is possible. There are a lot of people who are good at this game.
But I'm disgusting.
He hit every shot. He rotated to the exact side that Expel rotated to, and then this whole fight's a little weird. So I'm a little sketched on this guy right here. Let's see how this battle unfolds.
He gets Shrek'd. That's how it unfolds. I'm just gonna let you know.
Pushing you as well.
I was calling out that he was sus as well at the time. I was like, this is very weird the way that he's playing. I don't like it.
Or he might get third-partied, which would be a great.
One thing that Savage isn't calling out is the way that I'm positioning myself in this room. The reason I'm pushing the backside rather than just pushing out in the front is because I saw him on the heartbeat about 19 meters out. So if he is to push up to where he can see in this room, I'm dead. That's it. GG's. I also don't have ghosts. So the only thing that I can do is push the backside and position myself behind as many objects as I can.
Option 2. Now, moments like this, people with heartbeat sensors, Expel, regret it and they wish they had concussions, because all you would have to do is throw a concussion at that bitch, bounce it off the wall. You always want to bounce them off the wall. That way it gets a little bit more height. It doesn't land next to a box.
And I held the wall as close as I could. I'm going to make it this time.
Way, you can get the stun. But
that jump spot's huge.
Easily push in there and get the kill. Now, I want to see what the enemy does with us on the roof, crouch walking, because there's no possible way.
He's playing like a weirdo is the issue. He's playing like a real weirdo.
Running to the other side as well, though. Now, you got to be careful with doing this. I like the fact that, during this fight, you're utilizing, not using audio with running around. The enemy's coming right back to you. Watch this. Watch this, chat. Again, no way. There's no way the enemy knows you're here.
Pretty sure like, I didn't understand the whole time how he was just moving around like that. He just got outplayed. That's all it is. He got outplayed.
But again, as I was saying, guys, when you're on the roof and
you can't lay down and camp and stuff like that. Keep your cover.
Which was a great play. Just be aware that there's probably an enemy around us with a sniper rifle. With the new marksman being pretty strong and people getting back to their sniping routes, you're gonna have a lot of snipers in the game from now on. So you got to be very careful of putting yourself vulnerable.
That should have hit. It's tough, like with the R700, some of your shots should hit, some of your shots shouldn't. But since the nerf, I can't figure it out. I really can't, because I aim right at their head and it doesn't matter.
If you have an enemy sitting on the roof of a building and you call it a cluster strike, guess what he's going to do? He's going to run inside. So that enemy just wasted $3,500 for nothing. I think it's $3,500.
Useless in that scenario. And I think he also died, but again, if I'm not wrong.
Good utilization of the cluster strike. Clusters are great. Clusters are extremely great. If you have a team pushing you and you need to suppress them for whatever reason to rotate to a better position, shot by both sides.
So right here, I rotated around and I came to this building. And the reason why is because I was like, all right, screw these guys. If they want to run away from me, I'm going to go ahead and just put myself in a better position than them and get the kills on them. So I knew that there was certain ways that you could go up this mountain. I knew that there were certain ways that you could, go around this part of the map. But if I'm on this building, you have to go to a position where I see you no matter what. So I hopped on top of the roof with a sniper, and this is where we're
kind of vulnerable, but I do like the fact he's on the high ground and taking some nice, easy shots at this Joe.
I don't know why I can't aim. I really don't. It makes no sense to me. That guy's being a weirdo. He's jumping out in the open. At that moment, the best thing he could have done was just...
But while he was behind the rock, safe, if he would have had plates, he should have played it up before he moved out.
Told you!
You don't want to run the risk of running at the sniper who just broke your armor with no armor plates.
Yes, Savage. I love you.
Right there behind the trains. Just
easy knock. I'm gonna go ahead and take the push here.
Expel crouch walking the roof was fine because there's an enemy under him.
But I'm gonna push it with a trophy system on the card.
Clanking his big feet around the rooftop. But that enemy right there, there's really no reason for that.
This guy was being a weirdo, and I saw him off in the distance
too. For him to be crouch walking right there. Oh, cool! You got a self for us. Sick. Sick.
Just wreck.
Great choice by Expel using the vehicle to push to the enemy sooner. That way, you could actually pull that play off. If he wouldn't have done that, if he would try to walk to the enemy, the guy would have been, as you saw, on the rooftop.
This is exactly what I was thinking.
So I like the fact that instead of Expel running straight for the enemy, try to get the execution, he got in the vehicle, utilized
the small, smart plays make the difference.
To make it to the enemy faster. All right, we got a UAV in the air. He notices an enemy up here.
The easiest snipe of my life.
He was doing.
He was fighting another guy.
Up, and I guess he was in a fight with this guy over here.
And then I think there's another guy close to this guy as well. Yep, another guy right there.
People running along tree lines, running through bushes, and it's just something you have to train your eyes to detect.
Outplayed right there. So I played that in a certain way to where the reason that I'm in the car pushing like that is I wanted to make sure that if I do push him, one, I've got the trophy, and two, I can jump out on him without him realizing that I'm jumping out on him, and he's going to be thinking that I'm going to get a better position than him. But in reality, I send the car a little bit, I hop out, and I start shooting. That's the reason I play it like that. Now, this is a weird situation. This guy's about to get the biggest outplay of his entire career.
At your vehicle, but thank God you have the trophy system.
I was trying to hop on the car to get a head glitch.
I understand you guys want to bail from fights if you don't have cover. That way you can plate up, right? But he does have cover. The vehicle's sitting there. I would have utilized the vehicle as cover. Running.
Yes, 100%. But like I said, I wanted to plate up on the vehicle but I also, the big thing for me was I wanted to get on top of the vehicle. But where it was rolling down the hill, the reason I chose to run away is I needed to reset the gunfight. And in my head, that's what I needed to do. But I still wanted to fight him. I just went to a position where I had high ground, and I knew that I would have better cover than the vehicle.
From the fight gives the enemy an opportunity to out-rotate you or change his position without you knowing. If you stay with the fight and you don't run away from it, you know where the enemy is.
The reason I moved back this way as well was because I didn't push towards Storm. He can't out-rotate me because, at least specifically in this situation, in most situations, Savage is 100% right. The reason that I chose to do this is because I knew that he still had to push this way because the circle was coming in.
If he runs left, you'll see it. If he runs right, you'll see it. And again, you have the vehicle to work into your favor. So you can sidestep, get some shots off, plate up, utilize the windows in the vehicle.
He's right. He's 100% right.
And then you can kind of win the fight fast and early, right? But bailing back, and I get the mindset, he wants to start the fight fresh. You know, man versus man. Everyone's got full health. Everyone's got
exactly what I'm saying.
I get that. But again, this puts you in a position where you can't see what the enemy rotates to. So,
and that does end up being an issue.
The enemy could run left. He could run right. He's probably running right because clearly he's not running left, right?
Yep, that's why I started looking right. And he's got great shots.
To his advantage to outwork.
Fantastic shots on this guy.
I'm not really a huge fan of bailing from that fight. This fight could already be won. You could already be going on to the next enemy.
I 100% agree with that.
But we're just going to go ahead and bail from it and play safe.
I'm just telling you my mindset and why I did
it. Guys, by all means, you know, do how you want to do, play how you want to play. But because of the position you were in, because you already had the high ground, I definitely would have engaged that fight.
This is a stupid push. This is a stupid push on my part.
You're not plated up. He broke all your.
But I had the biggest testicles in the world.
Only 1.5 originally. Granted, Expel is an animal with the Car 98. Holy sh.
Yeah, but this is an R700.
That could be real bad. And this is exactly why. I wouldn't have bailed from the fight originally, because now the enemy is just working you and out-rotating you.
He's correct. This is a weird gunfight. The guy was really, like, he had good shots.
If you guys are sniping, you've got to maintain a certain position. If you're in a close-range fight, make sure you keep it close range. However, I do like the fact that Expel put himself in this position to wait for the enemy.
I tried to get a head glitch right there.
And this is exactly my point. So
look where I'm aiming down.
He was head glitching up here. Let's see if I rewind it. So as he's head glitching right here, he can see the enemy if he crests this hill at all. The enemy peeks up,
but I can't see on the right.
Opportunity to head glitch him. Because again, this is a head glitch. The enemy, if he was to see us, he'd only see our head.
The guy's a little weirdo, though.
It would make it extremely hard for him to be able to laser us, right? And on the flip side, if the enemy rotates right, guess what you can do? Oh, you just look right real quick. Just keep checking the right side, making sure the enemy's not there. And if he is there, then you go out and try to challenge him. But again,
I'm pretty good, chat. God dang it!
As much range as you can behind the enemy. And notice that.
I'm pretty good.
You get the hit marker of the sniper. But if you don't get that headshot, it gives the enemy ample amount of opportunity to get the shots off on you.
But watch this. I chucked the thermite, hit some shots, or had the thermite make him push.
We try to ADS and get the snipes off. He'd end up shooting us, and we would get too much flinch. So he swapped
the flinch was messing with me.
MP5 and was able to get a pretty decent mid-range kill on the enemy. But again, this whole
so in that situation, that guy was way too scared of the storm. If he would have taken some storm damage, or sat in there with his face mask on, his gas mask, he would have probably won that gunfight. But he was so scared of sitting in the storm for a half a second that it really did cost him the gunfight.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in a 1v7 situation. There's an enemy flying off.
This is where things start getting weird.
I'm trying to spread the anti-parachute awareness campaign. Yet a lot of people are still doing this. When it's this late in the game, especially, you do not use your parachute if you don't have to.
I agree. I think I use it in a second, though.
To be bailing out anywhere. He could just walk down the hill. How lazy do you got to be? This guy should not be doing this, because the chance of getting killed in this small of a circle is very high, especially when you don't know where all the enemies are and you're wearing a bright orange shirt.
We'll see what I do in just a second.
Come on, bro. Camouflage.
Bright orange shirt.
So yeah, I'm not surprised that Expel's going to get the hits on this guy.
Yeah, that guy made a bad play.
Into the building to, you know what? That's right. He's going into the building to camp.
Now, I would like to say me shooting right here, not a good idea. Not a good idea. I was just annoyed with the fact that he was parachuting down right in front of me.
That's fine. Do what you want. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not going to hate on you, at least in this video.
I'm going to hate on you. Don't do that.
This is not the play. This is not the
It's stupid. It's annoying.
Anyway, again, you want to be on the high ground. Honestly, you want to be on the high ground. That way you can shoot everybody on the low ground. The chance of being able to peek that window and shoot someone on the hill using trees and ridges and rocks as cover, very similar shit. This guy was dead before he even realized what hit him, right? The last thing you want to do is leave the high ground, force yourself into a building, and just peek windows, because with snipers being as powerful as they are, you're going to get headshotted.
So just pissed that
Did you not just hear me? But we have 5 enemies remain, and this is a
Look,
pretty
man,
big
it was
circle
2
again for
seconds.
5 enemies. What do I always tell you guys when you're sniping? Back out of the window. Back up, man. Back up.
Yeah.
You got your rifle hanging out. You got your arm
He's
hanging
right.
out.
He's
you're
right.
getting
He's
into
right.
The crowd. You ain't Miss America. Step back, bro. You don't want people to see you. Step back. You can see everything perfectly fine.
Ladies and
What's
gentlemen,
the
how
extra 2
are
feet
we?
backwards going to do for your sniper shot? Nothing. Nothing, but it will protect you from getting headshotted by some Billy Joe Becky with bad eyes out there, because it's not
Becky
going to be
got
able
a
to
thick
see you
booty
if you
too.
step back because you have shadows and this and that. All right, so here we are, still 5 enemies left, and we've got to make it to safety. In this position here, it's real questionable on where
This
to
is a
rotate to.
weird.
If you go left towards the
Just
high
keep
ground,
watching.
Complete visual. In fact, that's the house right there, the yellow.
So I rotated to the right. I wanted to get a different building, and we're still trying to get inside the circle because it
To the
moved.
left. There's really no trees or cover to protect you from the sniper in the window. If there is someone there,
Yep.
you happen to be at sniped. It's probably
And I got
from
sniped
the
at.
fucking window, dude. Every
Dude,
time.
he's so good at calling stuff like this. Like, as a player that's like used to seeing stuff like this,
right, one
we
thing you
just
wanna
we
avoid
know
doing
how
if
it's
you
gonna
notice,
happen.
He's holding his lungs while he's ADS. As a sniper, you don't want to hold your lungs until you see the enemy. Basically, I'll be ADS with my AX50, and I'm doing this, I'm swaying, and the moment I see the
agree
enemy,
to an
I hold my
extent.
breath and shoot. That way I can serve my lungs. The last thing I want to do is be sitting here holding your breath, holding your breath, holding your breath. Oh, start to sway because you're on out of lungs, and then the enemy peeks and gets an easy shot on you.
I do it because I press the button immediately whenever I aim down, because my goal, usually I'm trying to quick scope. Usually I'm trying to hit my shot, switch to my other weapon, and do it really quick. So it's kind of like an automatic reaction. Like, it's muscle memory to do that. So that's the reason that you'll see me immediately put it on, and I'll hold it. Especially when I think that they're going to peek me again or something like that, and then I already saw them.
On you. So that's just one tactic as a sniper you definitely want to utilize. Now,
And he keeps
as I was
peeking. He's
saying,
such a
if you did
weirdo,
push
dude.
the high ground on the left-hand side right over here, and you did go up here, you would only have a couple of trees to protect you to push the house. And again, with the guy sitting in the window, that's just not a play I would
That's the reason I
rather.
rotated right.
We do have another.
That's 100%
enemy running
the
down
reason I
hill to the
rotated
left,
right.
though. I don't know if you saw him or not. There he is. Gets this.
That should have been a headshot. I do not get that kill at
I
all.
was gonna hit him. I was pre-saying gets the shot, but he didn't.
No, I didn't get the shot. It was
All right,
it was
someone did just
trash.
die over there
I
as well.
shot
So there's
right through his head.
2 enemies over there still.
And I have no
these
cover
need to
right
come
now.
towards you.
The only choice
Now,
that I
it
have is
doesn't
to
like the
push
guy was
out.
shooting in the house, so that sniper you're originally fighting
This is my cover now.
could have been killed by what sounded like an origin. All right, we have shots to the right. I'm assuming red house is exactly what I'm assuming. And someone did just die. All right, so
It actually
we
is.
have
I
to
didn't
move
realize.
across to the high ground without being shot by all the snipers.
It's not gonna happen.
And we have to do
I'm
it
just gonna
fast.
let you know now. It's not gonna
We have
happen.
30 seconds before the circle starts to collapse. And when the circle starts to collapse, the option to run up the hill to the right goes away.
Everybody's
really
gonna move
quick,
in.
And the option to run up the hill to the left also goes away really quick. So you want to make sure that you push now. You don't want to sit here and wait for the circle to push you out, because even if you have a gas mask, it's going to take a lot of gas mask to be able to run, from here all the way up and around through the gas. So you want to move fast.
So I want to say the reason that I choose not to immediately push is because I thought there were 2 people down here and 1 person up here, and I didn't want to put myself in a bad position.
In front of you, which is awesome. It's probably what I would do. However, again, we heard shots coming from this building. I'm assuming whoever got the kill was sitting in the building, and they killed someone running towards them. So you got to be very careful. The vehicle could be baited with C4, or because it's a 1-story, the guy could just quickly throw C4 at the vehicle. So be very careful with that. I would
It's worse than
go in
that.
here, pick the fight first, get the kill, and then get in the vehicle and drive to safety. Now, in our video a few days ago,
That's
I
what you
told
should do.
Again, I would definitely fight the guy.
So I immediately start pushing over here to grab the vehicle and get out.
Vehicle. Oh shit. Hey, we got it. Hey. Hell yeah. That dude threw C4 from here to there.
No.
Didn't they nerf the C4 throw?
No. He war machined me. God dang it, bro.
Holy shit. Dude's Kobe. No shot. No way.
Yeah.
Get this res up. No chance. And
So real quick, before we go any further, I want to say the reason that was able to happen was because the guy that hit me with the freaking war machine was a subscriber of mine. He downed me with it, and as soon as he downed me, he turned around and walked the other way because he saw that it was my name. He came in my chat after, and he was like, "Hey, sorry, bro, I didn't mean to down you." And I was like, "Wait, why didn't you kill me?" And he was like, I saw your name. I didn't want you to lose." So I was like, "What the fudge do you mean, bro?" It was wild. It was wild.
Prone played up. I love it, dude. Why he didn't execute is beyond me.
That's why. I thought that was hilarious.
You gotta be careful now, because if the enemy up top,
I thought there was gonna be another guy coming through there.
It's the sniper you originally shot, or it's the guy who was in there blasting people with an origin that we heard.
I know that he couldn't see me.
There is somebody there. So because it's a 1v2 situation for each of y'all, right? There's 3 players left. It's a 1v2 for everybody. Because it is a 1v2, and that guy heard a vehicle explode, he's probably going to be trying to peek over to get a shot off. So you got to be very.
I knew for a fact he couldn't
see
me
quickly.
I didn't count the players. I thought the other guy was still alive. That's the reason I checked right there.
Whoa! This dude just went ahead. What this dude's doing? What?
I told you, man.
Did not give a shit about getting the execution. That was a drastic mistake on his part. You were in the middle of the street. He should have executed you. There's no reason not to. No reason not to.
Well, that's the reason why.
Of course, everyone's going to have self-res.
Just letting you know, that's why.
They're in a fight, and while they're in a fight, it's the perfect opportunity to go in there and get an easy kill. Oh, fight's over. No shot, bro.
I knew that he pushed this side.
I love the fact
that
he's
using tossed another one.
And absolutely ripping the enemy a new one. He throws
I love it. I love thermites, bro.
Predicts the enemy's going to run to this side. Duh,
shout out Sean P.
On the other side. Then he throws another one, forcing the enemy to run back through the other thermite and get damaged. And here we are. He's what a troll. What a troll. Expel. Brother GG. Yo, Expel, thank you for submitting the gameplay, brother. Really.
Hey man, thank you for being so freaking beautiful, Savage. God dang, thank you for freaking hitting me with that fantastic breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the gameplay, please do me a favor, drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and go check out freaking Savage, dude. He's a great guy, fantastic dude, and just, oh my God, he's beautiful. All right, he's gorgeous, and oh my goodness, let me smack. Hey, let me. Yeah, daddy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like, you can follow me over on twitch.tv/iamexpel. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, going until 2, which is when the videos go live on YouTube. You can also find some friends to play with over on my Discord to get more wins, discord.gg/expel, and then follow me on Twitter, yada, yada, yada. I love you guys. Get the fudge out of here and have a great day. Go give Savage some love. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Okay.